I want to start with you because you're here. Obviously, you've always been a part of this show, but I know you're actually about writing, you're about getting into it. What has it been like for you to kind of get back into like the mindset of these characters, really delve into this world?
Well, you know, I've never been too far away because
right.
Wherever Julie is, I'm usually 5 feet near her somewhere. But I love it. You know, as Julie and I sat down to write the first episode of season 8 together, I was freaking out. I was like, oh man, I don't know. You know, Julie goes, you write all the Damon stuff. And I'm like, and I was like, I don't have his voice anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't know how to do it. But actually, it came back pretty quickly. And Julie and together, I think we ended up with a good writing team. I think we got a great season 8 planned out. I'm very excited about it. It's really nice to live in this world again.
Yeah. Julie, I know you had talked about, you didn't know if there was going to be a season 8 when you wrote last season's finale. Obviously, there were still major cliffhangers, there were still things happening. But so does it feel like even a little bit like you have kind of a clean slate, other than a few things you've got to carry through in terms of what to do this season?
Yeah, I mean, we made a real effort to make sure that our finale last year had all the closure it could possibly have, just in case the worst happened. Which, thank God, it didn't.
Define the worst.
Too many things, too many swear words. So for us, it was being able to resolve relationships and then just tee up a hint of a new villain and a new problem. And so we really got to start very fresh this year, and it's been a lot of fun beginning with that.
Does this villain have a face? What can you say about it?
The villain has a finger so far. Other than that, it's a new take on villains for us. It's definitely something that's rooted back all the way into sort of ancient times. Other than that, I'm gonna have to let you guys wait and see for yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe a big spoiler if we started talking about the mythology. It's a really great mythology. It's a really great. I'm actually very excited about it. So I hope you guys are too.
For Ian and Michael, you guys obviously are off doing God knows what. We've seen a lot of...
Enzo and Damon, let's just clarify, yeah.
That's
also applicable to Ian and Michael.
Let's just clarify. Enzo and Damon doing some gnarly shit. Shocking, Kevin's back.
We've seen like humanity-less vampires, we've seen kind of a Ripper version of vampires, but how does whatever we're calling what's happening to you two, how does that differ?
Well, there's kind of mysterious elements of almost mind control going on, which we haven't really come across before, and that's all we can really say on that department. But it's really, really interesting how it's playing out. I'm super stoked about this season. We've read up to like 4 episodes so far of the cast, and it's ripping. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, the mind control thing is actually quite interesting because ultimately you're used to seeing Damon or Enzo or any of these characters exert that power onto someone else. And so when you see them ultimately in this realm where they literally have no control over their actions, yet I will give this little hint, don't slap me, but very, you know, like in their minds, they're still them. So it's that conflict and that struggle is what we all sort of look for, and it's truly a gem as an actor to play.
Glimmers of humanity, so to speak.
Kat, how is Bonnie coping with losing both of them and her magic?
That's a great question.
That's like losing your purse, your phone, your wallet, and your keys.
That's it.
And your child, and your
Child, I mean.
and your, yes, that's it.
You know, a lot of last season was about the development of the relationship that Bonnie had with Enzo, and obviously Bonnie and Damon, and you know, you see the crumbling in the season finale of her, and you know, she also doesn't have her magic, so the thing that made her feel like herself and also her best friends are not there. So you start the new season and you see that, and it's gonna be really exciting to see Bonnie's journey this season and to see where she's literally at ground zero.
Yeah. Paul, for you, does this feel like a little bit like a reverse season 3? Like Damon made the sacrifice, he's gone off, he's doing crazy things. You're theoretically trying to find him?
Yes.
Are you trying to find him?
Seven's just crying constantly, missing his bro ham. He's always just concerned for Damon. It is kind of good, it's back to the original dynamic of the brothers. I mean, they were obviously much more contentious in the beginning, but it's, the dynamic was always Damon getting in trouble and Stefan trying to save him. And so I think that, in particular, this is the case. Stefan sort of normalized. We'll see how long that lasts, but at the current time, he has a broken heart over his bro.
His big bro.
His big bro / lover.
Candace, is Caroline now, because we saw, she broke things off with this one. She still has 2 daughters. Is she like splitting her time between like Texas and Mystic Falls? What's going on?
Yes, she's very busy kind of splitting time and family life and, as we saw at the end in the finale, helping Stefan and Bonnie track down Damon and Enzo. So she's juggling all those
Things.
Yes, things.
Balls.
Balls. Yes.
I'm sorry.
How do you
On the side, please be aware that many members of the audience may be under
Yes.
18.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes, please be aware that many members of the audience.
Just on me and Max. Just on me and Max.
Good to know. They wrote in fine print.
Yeah, by the way, it's really tiny now.
You know what I meant.
In general, how do you feel like motherhood has changed her?
I think she has a wonderful outlet for, she has a whole new department in her life to be incredibly neurotic. And I think motherhood suits her. And I think she wants to be safer in her adventures. She now has children to watch out for, and she's very protective, and which is a quality she's had for a while, but I think it's now even more important to her.
Sure. Are we going to see much more from these magical children?
Yeah, they're gonna stick around. They're gonna come into play very quickly.
They came in handy last season.
They do.
Okay, how was Alaric? Did you ever anticipate when you took this role that he would lose his wife and his girlfriend and the mother of his children?
And that you'd be stuck in Atlanta for 8 years?
No, I had no idea, and it's been a sad journey for Alaric, so I'm hoping it'll turn around. We'll see.
What about for Matt Davis?
Yeah, there's a bit of like art imitating life. I'm trying to get out of it, so.
What about for Matt Damon?
Yeah, what's the bit?
Good question. Ask him.
I was thinking he and Matt should start like a grief club. And
That's true. Zach and I already have.
okay.
No, I'm good. Everything's good over here.
No, but Zach, I do want to talk because Matt ended the season seemingly leaving town. What can you say about, is he back? Is he still hating vampires? Where is he at?
Well, as much as I love these people, I think Matt finally had to make the decision to let go of that love. So Matt's out figuring out his own life finally for the first time. So more power to Matt.
So are we going to see him off of his own life?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's gonna be very exciting. I'm driving a rad truck. I don't have a cop belt on this time, so I can sit in the seat comfortably.
Oh, is that uncomfortable?
Driving into the sunset, baby.
He's doing craft services, production filming in Atlanta.
Zach's volunteered to grip an electric.
I'm very curious in general for you, like Julie and Kevin, when you're crafting this season, how do you, when you're deciding like what you want your big bad to be, you can essentially do anything in a supernatural world, right? How do you kind of decide what you want it to do?
Well, I can only speak to, like, if you look at the 8 seasons of the show, and you look at, well, first we have, the vampire comes in, Damon, first it's Stefan. Is he a vampire or not? I don't know, but I really love him. So she falls in love with him. Then comes the brother. He's bad. He's really evil, and so he's big and bad and awful, and he wants, to get these vampires out of the tomb and save Catherine, and then wait, Damon's not so bad. It's Catherine, she's the bad. No, Catherine's bad, but was Catherine really bad? No, Catherine's not bad. Klaus is bad. Klaus is the really bad. Is Klaus really bad? No, he's a hybrid. He's just he's the black sheep of the family. It's the original family that's bad. And it goes on, and you just keep, you build your mythology. And that's what I like about this season, because we're in season 8. What could that mythology be? What has yet to happen in Mystic Falls? Well, you're about to find out. And we're all up here just trying not to spoil it, but there is this really great thing that's about to happen with, and there's this final bad. And we've got this sort of great season 8 plan. I think it's a very evil bad. When Julie pitched it to me, from last year, and she said, here's where we want to go with the season, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I said, and I was like, I kind of knew a little bit about this mythology that they were sort of utilizing, and I thought it was such a clever, cool way to infuse Mystic Falls with this ultimate evil, and it's like a little cherry on top of the entire mythology of Mystic Falls, and that's what I love about it. And so anyway, I think Julie and the writers have done an awesome job with planning out this season, and that's why I'm very excited about it. So there you have it. Did I answer the question? I didn't know.
Watching you dodge spoilers and that was fantastic. You did that so well.
Hey.
I do want to take it back just briefly for Paul and Ian. The scene in season 7 where the brothers have the phone call conversation. 7 years in the making, they finally hashed this out. For you all, was it more difficult that it was over the phone as opposed to in person? You couldn't see each other. Did you enjoy that aspect of it?
You're talking about
He's in the
Snowstorm?
I was in the hotel room, right?
No, you were in the
This big snowstorm in the car. Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
That was a really well written.
We were great.
Julie directed the out of that episode. It was pretty incredible. And this guy was so dialed in.
We loved that script so much.
That script was incredible. By the way, and mind you, you were outside in all that stuff, and the snow is fake, and you know the snow is fake, and yet you're still freezing. Yeah. It's a really bizarre thing. And I had just come off of directing my episode, so I was a total wackadoodle, and then all of a sudden the next day, I'm on set with Julie, and I'm reading behind the monitors. I have 2 earpieces on, and I'm working with Paul, reading the stuff, and watching him crawl through that snow and go through this emotional journey was cool. But the stuff in the car, it was kind of cool that we weren't together.
You guys showed up for each other. That was the nice thing.
I was just going to say,
we were there together. Yeah.
22 episodes for 7 years, and it's like we always try to give it our all, but sometimes a scene comes in or a script comes in that you're just like, I can't help, I don't care how I'm feeling, I can't help but like really put 100% of my effort into this. And for some reason, that scene, even though Ian and I have done thousands of scenes together,
literally
hundreds, we both just cared about it so much.
But it was a payoff for not, screw you guys, okay? It was a payoff for these brothers, I think. It was like a cool moment, and thanks for...
Yeah, thanks for...
Hey, Neil Reynolds wrote that.
Yeah,
Neil nailed it.
Neil crushed it, yeah.
Writers in the house.
Yeah, Neil crushed it. Yeah, you were really good at that, bro.
Oh, well, thanks. So were you.
And you want to see the rest of that panel action, so click to the left to see what else went down at the Vampire Diaries panel, or click to the right to get 12 amazing spoilers from Teen Wolf Season 6.